1 FM, Wati Magbo.
Welcome to High Impact Studios, the place where creativity meets production perfection. Need an outstanding audio production? We deliver professional jingles, engaging voiceovers, and attention-grabbing radio promos that stand out from the crowd.
If you're in the podcasting world, we've got the ideal recording space for you. Our studio is designed to ensure pristine sound, making it the perfect place to bring your podcast to life.
But we don't stop at audio. Looking for a space to film your next big project? High Impact Studios offers customizable spaces for movie sets and video production,
giving you everything you need to create stunning visuals.
Whatever your vision, High Impact Studios is here to make it a reality.
Let's create something amazing together.
It's been raining mediocre, repetition, boring. But this frequency modulation, 102.1 FM, has opened multiple umbrellas to shield you from it all.
Cheer.
Step under the umbrella of the Morning Impact Show and explore a world of morning informations, metro stories, newspaper review, sports in a jiffy, conversations of the day, and games. Move over to the umbrella of the Hey Midday Show and get familiar with the FFO Canteen, the Game Room, social media trends, Movie Box, and Volumes Up.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way
under my umbrella.
Or you can slide under the umbrella of Just Before Dark and the Drop Down and acquaint yourself with new music on Ville, Sports Hub, Techville, Auto Hub, Airplay 10, and so much more. On weekends, we've still got you covered.
Under my umbrella.
The Wavy Weekend, Saturday OK Show, The Rave, The Weekend Wind Down, The Gospel Effect Show, and Sunday Underway. High Impact 102.1 FM will take you to the highest heights with the hottest hits, the juiciest information, and accurate news. With this frequency modulation, it's a whole new vibe. Your ears are perfectly safe on our airwaves.
Under my
Hello there.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Top of the morning, citizens. It is another beautiful Monday morning just for you right here on your urban lifestyle station 1021 FM. It is time for the newspaper review where we bring you stories, major headlines that made the front page from different papers. Some might be the same, some may have recurring news, but you can be sure that these are the things that are happening in your area, in the country, and even outside the country. Once again, this is High Impact 1021 FM. My name is Toluwashe Akimumi. You can join us live on our YouTube channel at High Impact 1021, and you can also follow us on all our social media platforms: X, Instagram, Facebook at High Impact 1021. Also, with all the stories that we'll be sharing one after the other, you can also react to any of them. The number to call or send a text message or WhatsApp message to is 0907 224 5018. Again, that is 0907 224 5018. Once again, you're welcome to this segment. Be reminded that it's actually divided into two. First, we'll take you through the papers, and then during the second segment, we'll be bringing in our in-house guest, analyst, and he'll be able to explain what some of the stories mean and how we can play our part. We'll go on a quick break. When we're back, we'll dive into the stories.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio. Mwah!
See, there is no separating us now.
Dive into the Vanguard first, and it says here, Anambra showdown, how Soludo tsunami swept all 21 local government areas. How Soludo tsunami swept all 21 local government areas. Now, if you've not heard, he has been elected again as the governor of Anambra State, as we shared earlier in the news this morning. Lots of riders here. Governor hails INEC, security agencies. Another says, poll records best turnout in 20 years. Candidates, stakeholders, take government. Winners and losers. Serap wants sponsors of vote buying probed, prosecuted. More here. Anambra REC dismisses claims of vote buying. And lastly, we have here, Tinubu congratulates winner, says his re-election affirms visionary leadership. That is what the story tells us here. And you can get all of this on page 5 of the Vanguard newspapers. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you think, and how do you think we should expect from this new re-election? At the very top, we have plots to take over Nestor, and Necon's interest in OML 42 unravels. Writers here says foreign lenders, major banks join fight to overturn sweeping court orders. And another says court halts proceedings amid NJC chief judge petitions. We find all of this on page 11. There are some stories right here, but they are continued on page 11. Federal government exceeds 2025 borrowing target by 55.6%. Federal government exceeds 2025 borrowing targets by 55.6%. And it is expected to hit 80% by year end. Quite a lot, I must say. This one is on page 19. Then we have a bit of some news here on page 13. Autonomy. No evidence to show allocations. I'll take that again. Autonomy. No evidence to show allocations reach local government directly. No evidence to show allocations reach local governments directly. And this is by the ICPC and others. And for international news, we have here, right here at the front, it's actually all about Trump. Anglican primate to federal government. Seek foreign help if you can't stop killing. Seek foreign help if you can't stop killings. Nigeria records 81% drop in terror-related deaths since 2015. This is according to the presidency. We find this one on page 9. US watch list, Nigeria not in religious war. NSCIA is saying this. Also on page 9, and UK warns against travel to 6 states. UK warns against travel to 6 states. If you want to know who or where the 6 states are, page 9 says all about this. This is still the news that has been going on since last week about, the fact that there has been a genocide ongoing, especially for the Christian body. But as we all know, it is not just Christians. Also, Muslims are affected. And we are just seeing how the stories are panning out one after the other. Again, if you want to share your thoughts about any of the stories, 0907 224 5018. We move to the Guardian newspaper. Front page says, Soludo triumphs in Anambra as ADC. Observers decry vote buying. Soludo triumphs in Anambra as ADC. Observers decry vote buying. We'll find this one on page 6. And of course, underneath we find the election overview with the numbers of registered voters being around 2.7 million. We have accredited voters, which is around 598,000, which is quite a lot. Like, the difference is so huge. Just a difference between a 2.2, pardon me, that's quite a lot. We have re-elected votes. We have 11,244, and then the valid ones 584,000 thereabouts, and totaling 595,000, around that number. And also underneath we find the different numbers according to the different parties. So if you want to get all of these details, do grab the Guardian newspapers and you'll be able to see all these numbers here. Besides that, Awujale. Olawumi warns against violation of traditions, customary law. Olawumi warns against violation of traditions and customary law. This one is on page 5. And the page before it, page 4, Agbakuba, how Nigeria can improve Naira value, hedge volatility. That's what this one says right here. More stories. Trump's comment threatens national unity. NSCIA warns, demands retraction. Trump's comment threatens national unity. NSCIA warns, demands retraction. We find this one on page 6. Anambra, Serap, Booth Party urge INEC to prosecute vote buyers. Serap, Booth Party urge INEC to prosecute vote buyers. And we find this one on page 7. Underneath the nameplate, HEDA header urges Tinubu to pause 15% fuel import tariff amid hardship. Header urges Tinubu to purge 15% fuel import tariff amid hardship. We'll find this one on page 5. More stories here. Court hears motion on PDP November convention today. Court hears motion on PDP November convention today. We'll find more of all of this on page 3. Also on page 3, IMF, Nigeria discuss reforms, new development plan. Nigeria discuss reforms, new development plan, all gearing towards 2026, and also including the new tax law that will be implemented. And then underneath, we find NCS records revenue surge as Port Harcourt Command earns 33 billion naira in October. NSC records revenue surge as Port Harcourt Command earns 33 billion naira in October. We find this one on page 7. And then lastly, for the Guardian newspaper today. Nigeria loses $8 billion yearly to idle seafarers, delayed CVFF disbursement. That is a lot of money. We find this on page 4. And yes, that is actually all we have for the Guardian newspaper. Now we have 2 more papers before we call our in-house analyst. We'll go on a quick break and we're back. We'll continue with the stories. This is still the newspaper review on your urban lifestyle station 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Fun just got real. Looking for where you can have all the fun as promised for you and the kids? And yes, daddy included. High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort is just the place. Over 60 rides and games with all the food you can imagine. From mega-sized pizzas to super chili ice creams. And even a 5D cinema. Yes, a 5D cinema. The biggest amusement park is in West Africa, and guess what? It's here in the city! Come and have all the fun you can at High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort, located on Kilometer 12, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ibafo via Lagos. Call us on 0814-229-9509. High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort, fun just got real.
12 hours of intense worship, 12 anointed artists, one stage. Are you ready? High Impact Praise Blast 2025 is coming. Get ready for a night of fire where praise, worship, miracles, and joy abound. It is High Praise Reloaded. Date Friday, December 26th, 2025. Time 6 p.m. Venue High Impact Planet Amusement Park Resort and Hotel, Kilometer 12, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ibafo. Ministry DJ Ernestine, Adeyinka Alasheyori, BJ Sax, Shenwele Jesu, Lilian Neji, our CCG Praise Team, the City Choir, Laolu Benjo, Bidemi Olaoba, Sumisola Agbebi, Toluwani Sings, Chinyere Udoma. For more inquiries, please call 0814-229-9509 or 0706-393-5694. Entry is absolutely free. High Praise Reloaded. It is time to praise loud, worship deep, and live blessed.
With Impact, as we give you positive affirmations, traffic updates, entertainment, fun trivia, and many more on Morning Impact. From 6 a.m. to 12 noon every day on High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
And I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio.
See, there is no separating us now.
Hello there.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Thank you for sticking with us. This is still High Impact Radio 1021 FM. The numbers to call to react to any of the stories that pique your interest is 0907-224-5018. You can either give us a call or send a text message or WhatsApp message. We move to the Punch newspaper. PDP crisis, 3,000 delegates set for high-stakes convention. PDP crisis, 3,000 delegates set for high-stakes convention. We find this on page 2. The writer here says, Makinde, Wike camps, trade blows as delegates gear up for convention. That is what is written right here. And then we also have more stories above the nameplate. Crude oil revenue plunges by 43%. Crude oil revenue plunges by 43%. More details can be found on page 33. Drugs, Regina Nwoko in fresh beta showdown. Regina Nwoko in fresh beta showdown. We find this on page 8. Social media has been buzzing with a lot of news. We can find more details right here. Soludo's Anambra win sparks political storm. Soludo's Anambra win sparks political storm. We can also find this on page 2. Beside the nameplate, genocide, PFN, Islamic Council in verbal crossfire. PFN, Islamic Council in verbal crossfire. If you're wondering what all of this is happening on, we can find it on page 8. More stories on the Punch newspaper. Federal government vows tighter security after UK flags northern states unsafe. Federal government vows tighter security after UK flags northern states unsafe. This one we can find on page 9. 15 girls rescued from Ondo State sex trafficking network. 15 girls rescued from Ondo sex trafficking network. This one is on page 4. These are some stories that you might think are not happening, but actually sex trafficking is actually a business, and it's quite sad actually with all of this that is happening. This is still now going on. We're talking about terrorism and now sex trafficking. It's a terrible one. Aregbesol's backing can't save Adeleke. Aregbesol's backing can't save Adeleke. This is from the APC chieftain. We can find this one on page 9. Yep, and this is all we have on the Punch newspaper. And then lastly, for the papers today, on Daily Trust, genocide claim, federal government silent on Amukwiton's legal brief. Genocide claim, federal government silent on Amukwiton's legal brief. We're not aware, and this is according to the Senate. It's quite interesting. They say they are not aware. More stories here. Anambra Labour Party ADC candidates reject results as Soludo re-elected. Labour Party ADC candidates reject results as Soludo re-elected. That's one we find on page 12. Trump threats. Stock market's loss hits 2.8 trillion naira. Trump threats. Stock market loss hits 2.8 trillion naira. We find this one on page 4. And on page 38, protest in Kogi community over bandits attack. Protest in Kogi community over bandits attack. That is what we have here. And then there is, a celebration, of course, of Bayes University actually celebrating her 12th convocation ceremony. And yes, this is all we have right here on the Daily Trust newspaper. The story actually concerning federal government silent on Amukwito's legal brief. You can find that one on pages 3 and 4. And this is all that we have for this morning. Now, like I said, we have 2 segments. We are done with this first segment. The second segment, of course, involves bringing in our in-house analyst to just tell us a little bit of the stories, his thoughts, and of course, what we can do as citizens of the country. This is still High Impact 1021 FM. Do not go anywhere.
Start your day with Impact as we give you positive affirmations, traffic updates, entertainment, fun trivia, and many more on Morning Impact. From 6 a.m. to 12 noon every day on High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
And I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Welcome to TechView, a show that takes a closer look at how technology is changing our lives, from virtual reality to artificial intelligence. We will explore the latest innovations and how they are shaping our world. So, are you a tech expert or just a curious soul? Again, welcome to TechView. Join us every Tuesday at 4 p.m. for a fun and informative conversation about all things tech. Learn about the future of technology and how it's impacting you. TechView, your guide to the future. 12 hours of intense worship, 12 anointed artists, one stage. Are you ready? High Impact Praise Blast 2025 is coming. Get ready for a night of fire where praise, worship, miracles, and joy abound. It is High Praise Reloaded. Date Friday, December 26th, 2025. Time 6 p.m. Venue High Impact Planet Amusement Park Resort and Hotel, Kilometer 12, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Iba4. Ministry DJ Ernestine, Adeyinka Alasheyori, BJ Sachs, Shenwele Jesu, Lilian Neji, RCCG Praise Team, the City Choir, Laulu Benjo, Bidemi Olaoba, Sumisola Agbebi, Toluwani Sings, Chinyere Udoma. For more inquiries, please call 0814-229-9509 or 0706-393-5694. Entry is absolutely free. High Praise Reloaded. It is time to praise loud, worship deep, and live blessed.
Hello there.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Thank you for staying tuned to the second segment where we have our in-house analyst by the person of Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
My pleasure to be with you.
Great. It's good to have you here this particular morning. Lots of things are actually happening in the country. And we will be starting with the Vanguard. Actually, not just the Vanguard. All the papers actually have it right here. And it's about, Governor Soludo being re-elected as the governor of Anambra State. In as much as the president is even congratulating him and saying his re-election affirms visionary leadership. There are the other parties, that is by ADC and LP, they mentioned that they do not agree with all of it and they are crying vote buying. So what are your thoughts on this, and how do you think this re-election will shape Anambra State? Is this something that is going to be good, something we should look forward to?
Yeah, I think let me first of all congratulate the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for being elected as the governor for the second term. There is no way in Nigeria the election will come and then you will not hear people who will not be satisfied because there is no trust in the electoral system, and because most times things that are supposed to be done properly are not done properly. So that's why you hear all those comments. But I'm not surprised that Professor Chukwuma won the election, because if you look at all the candidates and all the parties that participated, Afghan being the incumbent party, the Chukwuma Soludo being the incumbent governor and the party in power in the state, they have the privilege of that other people don't have. They were able to do campaign thoroughly. They were able to move because in Nigerian election, take it or leave it, it's about finance. The APC that should also, the APC and the Labour Party and PDP, who are that people expect that will give them a run for their money, they do not have the support. For instance, the PDP, they don't get themselves. There are two factions in PDP now. Nobody knows what to do. I'm not sure there were anybody from the national body that supports the candidate during campaign. The APC too, they did not get the support of his party, even though they are the party in power. Because Soludo, as it is today, is also working with the president. He has promised that he's going to support the president, and Abda will not have presidential candidate. So because of that, there was no any major support for the APC candidate. So that the president's support by Soludo will not dwindle. So he lost that support. It became an offer. Only a few of them were available during the campaign. The kind of support they gave Okpebholo while he was campaigning in Edo State, we could not see it in Anambra State. So, and which other again? Labour Party. Labour Party has not been itself. Labour Party and PDP are almost in the same category these days. They are discontented and they don't even know what is happening. So I'm not surprised that Mr. Soludo, Professor Soludo won the election. He promised in the first term that he would change to Dubai. I have not been to Anambra since he became a governor, so I will not be able to ascertain whether or not he has achieved that. But from the feelers, from the report, it appears he has not been able to do that. So this is another opportunity for him to fulfill his promises and then ensure that the claim that the Anambra has become a Dubai of Nigeria is materialized.
Interesting.
That's my conclusion.
Wow. Thank you so much for your thoughts. So away from that story, we have also here still on the Vanguard newspaper, the federal government has exceeded their 2025 borrowing target by 55.6%. Now, I do understand that there is no how a country will still need to borrow funds to be able to help the country and all of that. But they said it's expected to hit 80%, so it's a give or take. So I just want to ask, is there a baseline whereby this needs to, maybe you're borrowing and then this is where you just need to stop and see how do you have plans to be able to recuperate all these funds? So that's my question. Because if they're exceeding this already, and then there is also an expected one by the end of the year, how is that actually helping the economy?
Only those in government will be able to answer that question precisely, because as Nigeria, I have not seen the effect of the borrowing. I have seen them borrow so much money, and I've not been seeing it regarding. I have not been seeing the impact on the life of the people positively. There is nothing bad in borrowing. No nation, no individual, any major businessman or a nation, they all borrow. But the point is that when you borrow and the money being borrowed is not being used for the purpose of which it was borrowed, or is being used for personal aggrandizement or personal gain, or using it for personal effects, that's why the problem is that we are not seeing it. And my worry again is that, look, this government has imposed more levies on Nigerians, and they claim that they are making more money. And in fact, recently they said they made money to the extent that they made their target for the year in August, and there will no need to borrow even locally. But today I'm surprised that I'm hearing them talk about borrowing from certain local domestic cover. It's not good for us. When you borrow for a purpose, and that purpose must be achieved. But what do we see? We only see it on paper when they borrow money. Unfortunately, we don't have National Assembly that we even call them to order or that even challenge them. Because when you want to borrow and you bring an application to or request to the National Assembly for approval, they need to ask questions. They need to ask, where is this money going to? What is it going to be used for? How are we going to pay it back? They will not ask any question. They will not even see the detail. And they will just approve it. It shows that we don't have a National Assembly that knows its job. We have a National Assembly that will just approve anything. And that is why we are in a situation where we are. If we have a National Assembly that will screen whatever request that has been brought by the president will be wary in bringing any application for loan. You recall when Dr. Bukola Saraki was the Senate president, because of his stand that, look, we cannot approve any loan or any request that has no detail. They reduce the number of if they are not sure of what they want to borrow or what they want to use for, they will not come. So, but because now they know that, look, whether we have any detail or not, just like a one-page letter or one paragraph letter requesting to borrow money, there won't be any question. It will approve. Because this National Assembly have said that whatever that comes from the president, they trust it and they will not ask question on it. They will just approve it. It's unfortunate that we are in this situation. There's no crime in borrowing money. I repeat again. There's no crime in borrowing money. When you borrow money, you must have a measure of how it will be used and how it will be paid back, so that you will not put us into a debt that we don't even know what the monies are meant for. It's unfortunate that the government of Nigeria, the main source of our income now today, one of the main sources of our income is borrowing. Borrowing has become a source of income. It's contradictory. It's contradictory. They claim to be making more money, and they've imposed more responsibility on the citizen. Yet, and this responsibility placed on the citizen is the reason why the economy is the way it is today. They remove subsidy, they impose more taxes, they do so many things.
Talking about the taxes, I was by next year we are going to see the whole tax law being imposed, and that is going to be another one. And I'm always just still thinking that how is this going to look like if we're still having some little, let me put it like that, some little troubles, and then we are now being told to do all these taxes. I mean, it's a normal thing, but at least people actually see what it is their taxes actually doing in the country or in the state. So it's actually a lot to pack.
Yeah, some people are praising this tax bill as a thing.
You don't agree?
Some people are seeing it as achievements. They are seeing it, and I tell you, you don't rejoice on paperwork. Let's see the implementation first. When the implementation starts, you will know whether or not it's positive or negative. Now it's on paper. But by the time it starts, I'm not the prophet of doom. I know this will bring more hardship to the people. That's my own. That's what I foresee. I foresee more hardship. I foresee more pain. I foresee more economic crisis on this, because I think the basic of governance is this government are not looking at it. They are running the government like a company. They want to they want to run the government like a company, and they are not the same thing. You cannot run a government like a company. The basis of a company or the major objective of a company is to make money, to make profit. That is not so when it comes to governance. Government is not interested in making profit. is to provide, the essence of the government is to provide welfare for the people. In fact, sometimes you can even run at a loss. You have to try to meet the target of providing welfare and security for the people. What do we see now today? What we see today is government is competing with companies. They want to make profits. They want to make more money. And even at this money, they are making more money they are making. We are not even seeing it. So, I mean, for me, I am not one of those who is celebrating the tax bill yet until I see the implementation. But for me, like I said, the little I've seen from the bill, there will be more crisis because people will need to face more hardship as it is now. Just like when the subsidy gun president was made, people were celebrating, and few people like us who said, "Look, this is not going to help us. This is create more hardship to us." And today, we have been justified by our position. I was in my state TV station, Kwara State TV, a month after the pronouncement, and I highlighted the likely consequences. Today, those things that I said are happening. A few months ago, a few days, 2 weeks ago, the producer sent the clip to me and said, "How did you see all these things coming?" I said, "Well, because I look at it very well. Typically, I don't join the bandwagon in making my position. So for me, the government must know, have it at the back of their mind, that they are not in government to make money. They are in government to provide service to the people."
Well said. Hopefully, probably takes a different turn by next year. Like, if the tax is actually being put in place, we should see changes, or else, like you have said, it's just going to create more hardship for the citizens. Now, one last question, sir, before we let you go this morning. I know that last week we did talk about the whole situation about Nigeria, then Trump bringing, in quote, help because of the things that are happening in the country. And you did mention that even if it's going to be done, it should be done with caution. But now in the news, it's right here, not even from... Now, this is not only about the U.S. now talking, or maybe Trump talking, but it says here that UK has warns against travel to 6 states. And, these are like particular northern states. Now, I want to like ask that with this particular kind of news that is outside, is it not going to be backing what they've been talking about?
You see, the point is not that people did not say there is no insecurity in Nigeria. There is. Even those of you who are in Lagos, if anybody is going to the south or to the north, will you not be warning that person to be careful? Will you even, some people they are not even ready to travel across to live to that extent. They don't want to even go there. They look, me, I cannot go there. So if the UK is giving a warning or in that regard, it's not saying things that is new. There is insecurity in the country everywhere. That is not in doubt. Even in my state, in Kwara State, recently, it was in the news. All true. People have been killed. There are insecurities everywhere, and the government has not been doing enough. Yeah, that is not a doubt. So the wake-up call from Trump is that government should do more to ensure that security is provided for people. But where I have my own disagreement, or where the debate is coming from, is the way and manner Trump put it, that they are killing Christians. That is all the killings are targeted at Christians. That is the area where there is debate. Those people that are being killed are Nigerians. They are human beings, whether Christian, whether Muslim. So if Trump has said, look, the killing in your country is becoming enormous, and we cannot fold our arms and allow it to continue, that everybody in the world will support it and say, look, yes, you have given us a lot of warning. And even when that warning is given, that is not to say you will take law into your hands and take decision as to what to do by yourself. It must be in conjunction with the government. You must have to engage the government and find a way around it and say, look, what are you doing? If you don't have a means of coping this issue, we can assist you. This is what we can do, this is what we can do, or this is how we want to come in. What do you say to it? Not that you just on your own say, look, there is insecurity in your country and we are coming. So people who are missing it, when we raise this issue, it's not as if we are saying Trump should not help us, or the US should not come and help us. The procedure and the method is what I am not in support. They must. There's no doubt, like I said again, that there are senseless killing in the country, and the government has not done enough in that regard. So government should wake up. Thank God, this threat by Mr. Trump has woken up the government at least to an extent. So at least they are even talking about it now. Before now, they don't talk about security. They are even talking about it now. So they're not talking about it. Talking about it will not be enough. We need action. We want to see how these people are being crushed. I remember 2014 towards the election, 2015 election, when we were to conduct election in Borno State, a general election, and we were told that the election will not hold in Borno because of certain Boko Haram crisis. The government said, give me 2 weeks. And within 2 weeks, they were able to clear them. So I want them to use that kind of what's it called? Style or knowledge or capacity to crush these people, and then and let the people know that, look, we are fighting them. Because the government has been like that. People that have been committing crime, you give them amnesty. People that have been committing crime, you give them scholarship. People that have been committing crime, you pamper them. That you do meeting with them. It shows that the government is pampering them, and that's why people are worried. But to say that the government is supporting killing of Christians, I will not support that one. That will be trying to divide us and on religion line, and I will not go in that line. And I don't want us to support that and say, look, it's only Christians they are killing, or they are killing Christians. They are killing everybody. They are killing Nigerians. They are killing Muslims. They are killing Christians. And then we should see it in that manner, that those who have been killed are human beings, and they are all Nigerians.
Well said, sir. Well said, sir. Thank you so much for your thoughts this morning, and at least sharing all of this, so that it's not like we just see it from one side of a particular story. This is where we will be ending this second segment, sir. Barrister Tunji, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
All right, sir. Do take care and have a lovely day.
I wish you the same. Thank
There is a danger of just telling one side of the story, and it's good that we can hear thoughts from different guests on different days on how they see this perspective, and at least it can also help us in seeing some other parts of the situation in another light. This is where we will be closing the curtains today on this episode of the Newspaper Review right here on your Urban Lifestyle Station. It's been a pleasure being here with you. Thank you for staying us through. If you want to get all the papers, you can grab a physical copy maybe outside from the vendor nearby if they sell one, and if not, thank God for the internet. You can just grab all of these papers to get more details. Remember, what we have on the front page, they are just headlines. If you want to really get the story, you need to go through the papers on the pages that he have mentioned. My name is Toluwashe Akiomi. Of course, the Morning Impact Show continues. It's Mental Health Monday, and this is just a quick reminder that, look, it's a new week, okay? Last week has gone. Whatever stress that you had, let it go with that. Look forward to this new day, this new week, and of course stay on this frequency. Why? Because we have lots of more information, good entertainment, and of course good music to make sure you have an amazing and wonderful day. My name is Toluwashe Akiomi. Good morning.
Hello there. Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Looking for an avenue to blast your brand? Why not let us be your detonator at High Impact Radio 102.1 FM? We've got you covered. For advert placement, sponsorship, partnership, call us on 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, 0902 745 3931, or send an email to info@highimpactstudio.com.